Alright, we're back working on the GQ today. Today's sanding day pretty much.
Sanding, bogging, KO66 spray up in the rust holes in the roof.
Dad's here giving us a hand as well.
Yeah, just call me if you need me.
Today we're going to be sanding hopefully most of the body, get all this paint flake off as much as possible. This morning we pulled out these quarter glasses. Basically this headliner, it actually just wraps around the edge like that, so we had to get that off because we have to spray the back of these rust repairs here. Obviously it'll be rusting on the inside, so we need to do that. Because we've left it for a couple of weeks, we have surface rust up the top, so we need to take that off as well. She's pretty much getting ready for paint today, isn't it?
Should the bonnet come off?
No,
Sand?
no. Just leave it on, sand everything on there is the easiest way to do it. So all these handles are going to have to come off as well, and all these rubbers up here on the door trims, he's already got that one off. But yeah, she's not far from seeing a lick of paint. Hey Barry?
Yeah,
Barry drives the Bogan Bus. We were actually going to pull the whole headliner down, but I reckon we'll manage to get to our rust repair just by pulling it off. Because once these come down, like I found with mine, they're very hard to get back up, especially on these corners here. So all these door rubbers have to come off, just so we can get the paint right up in the areas that we want it to. And we are doing a basic, I guess it's like a half closed door respray. So we're basically going to be painting to probably this edge, the same as what I did. And we'll probably take this kick panel off and just paint to this edge here. That way, when you open up the door, all you see is the grey, very similar to mine. And I mean, what colour? Orange. I mean, all you see is a Kubota orange. We also need to cut that snorkel hole before we paint.
Yeah, I got the hole.
Yeah, cut the snorkel hole. Probably maybe fill these holes, maybe not. Sort that out and put the mounting brackets on for the snorkel so it's all painted.
I'm just going to give the Patrol its first sand. I'm just going to try on this left side quarter first. Just figure out what grit I need, because the clear coat and everything's quite bad. And it's got some little rust holes, so I'll see if the 240 will take it out. I probably need a dust mask.
Alright, so we've gone through and sanded all of these welds and patch panels that we put in. So now I'm going to lay some primer, because you should really prime then bog over the primer, which I actually didn't do on my car, but I did learn that in the comments. So we need to edge prime this, seal in the metal, then we bog over that, and then when you paint over that, it actually seals in the bog. Bog is actually porous, so it'll suck in moisture, and once that bog sucks in the moisture, it'll actually rust the metal, and then you get the bog bubbling back out. So what I'm going to do now that these are all basically sanded back and ready to go, I'm going to hit them with some primer, and then I can lay some bog on them, start shaping them back, getting the Bogan Bus ready for her makeover. God, you had some rust in this thing. Oh shit, yeah.
Nothing but a bit of TLC. Tom's loving care.
All just about bogged up, rubbed back with the orbital. When you rub it back for the first time, you do get these little cracks and chips, and if you chase them, you basically end up back to having to bog the whole thing. I just leave them and go back and skim fill them, so I'm going to quickly do that. We're definitely not going to go overboard with trying to shape it. We're just going to get it to a standard that we're happy with. Yeah, so when we get to this point as well, we only use our hand. Like, I don't like rubbing it all the way back with the orbital. I like to use a block like Harry's getting there, and some nice paper, and then just feather it through with your hand, get it nice and pretty. So I'm just mixing it up just a little bit, and then I'll go through, skim fill these holes. Well, I don't miss the days of bogging and sanding. It's absolutely messy work, but I'm actually very happy with the results. That corner is pretty well bang on. This one here is actually really good as well. You can see it's nice and flat. So yeah, pretty good for two guys who don't do any body work at all. I think it turned out pretty good. But we're not finished yet. This is a little ding here that Harry wants me to just quickly take care of. You can see, I don't know if you can see actually, but there's a ding right there and one there. Then we need to basically sand all these corners down and prime them as well. This is where we did the quarter chop. The Bogan Bus is actually getting pretty bloody close. And all this might seem fast for you guys, but we have been at this literally all day. We've only bogged probably 6 or 7 places. It's just so time consuming. You got to go over and every little nick you got to take care of. Tedious stuff, but worth it in the end. Right, so Harry's getting the sanding done, and while he's doing that, I'm actually going to use this rust inhibitor. We've actually pulled the headliner down just enough to sneak the nozzle of that with one of those plastic tubes on it. Pretty much on the inside of this, there'll be the perfect weld marks, I guess you would call them, of where we actually did the rust repair. That'll just keep rusting and rusting and rusting until the problem is back, and it'll be probably 10 times worse. So this is 100% a necessity, and yeah, I'm going to do it because Harry's sanding and I hate sanding. Spray that stuff everywhere. You can see it's leaking out of every nook and cranny, which is great for us. Literally coming right through the car onto the ground. Hopefully that comes off me bloody cement though. Shoosh! Basically through everywhere. I've done the whole roof, so we shouldn't be seeing any of that nasty rust come back. Quite a lot runnier this one than the one I use, but it seems to be good because it's runny. It's sort of seeping in everywhere, but hopefully it creates enough of a film. We'll know in 6 years, won't we, mate? All right, keep going, Barry. We're not done yet. Diesel, which is better? Cola Bogan Bus. Cola Bogan Bus. Yeah, the Bogan Bus. Yeah, Cole. Upper for Cole. Upper. Why don't you get a set of my wheels? Why don't you get a set of these?
I'll just get everything you get.
Wait, they do look sick though. They do look sick.
Yeah.
I reckon they would look sick on your car.
35s, some better wheels, better rims, better tyre package, better suspension, paint, different lights, do the gauges. I got a Fats airbox over there ready to go on as well with the black snorkel, and maybe just a different bull bar, who knows. See how the other one looks once we fit her all up and everything. So we are done for the day. It's getting quite late. Harry's managed to do basically this whole side and the bonnet, which means you're not even halfway. We probably won't film. We might film, we don't know. But obviously you guys have seen plenty of bogging and sanding, all that sort of stuff. So we might not film the other side. Today's progress might have seemed slow for you guys, but it's actually a massive milestone to have the roof completely done, bogged, sanded, everything primed. That's ready to go. It won't be far, and you'll be driving it, mate. You'll be going up hills about this big. So I guess that's it for today, guys. Hopefully it wasn't too boring, sanding, bogging. We're at the boring stage, but the fun stage is coming, I promise you. So look forward to that, and thanks all for watching once again. Thanks, Harry, for letting me help you with your project. That's so good. But yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next episode of the Bogan Bus. Be there, be square, or the Bogan Bus will get you over there.